Well, as another YouTuber would say, here's your signless sign of the Hardees, and as you can tell, it is definitely a Hardee sign because of that partial star on the right-hand side over there, and they are definitely closed. That is for sure. Good afternoon, all my Rural Xers out there. This is Eric, the Rural Xer, here with you on a pretty day, fairly pretty day, I should say. Partially cloudy, but at least it's not raining like it was yesterday. It was sprinkling and very cloudy yesterday, hardly any sun showing at all yesterday, and kind of what my mood felt like yesterday. I was rather tired after work. The day before that, on Monday, I had spent the whole day after work out in the yard mowing and weed eating and stuff, and I was still pretty tired from that. I thought about coming out yesterday afternoon and doing this video of this abandoned Hardees, but as it turned out, I didn't. Waited till today, and it's a much better day. It's not a perfect day, but it's a much better day. But like I said, we are here at a abandoned Hardee's here just outside of Jasper, Georgia. This location, I think, opened back sometime in the probably late 2010s, somewhere in there, that the place opened. I'm not really sure the exact year it was. I'm thinking maybe around 2017, 2018, possibly. We did come out here several times and eat, and the food was decent. The service was good. We went through the drive-thru several times, got specials that they call them a box lunch or something like that, and it was pretty good. I had a Swiss melt or something like that that was really good, or actually Swiss ham, I think is what it was, a Swiss ham sandwich, and it was really good. I enjoyed that. But 2020 happened, as it did to everybody, in COVID. And I think they had a hard time getting anybody to work in there. And the ones that were working, there was only one or two of them working at a time after 2020, 21, whenever we were in here. Don't remember exactly the last year that we actually came into this place, but as I remember, we went in and it took a while for them to actually wait on us in the dining room. They were working the drive-through window, and it took even longer to get our food. And I think they messed up the food a couple of times, and we just kind of quit coming in here, probably like a good portion of the population around here, because of the service and everything. The food was, again, decent, even after COVID. But I think, too, it was kind of in a bad location out here. I'm not saying it was horrible, but it was kind of away from all the other fast food restaurants, which is more on up the road this way from where I'm at right now. There's McDonald's has been there for years. You've got a Bojangles that's right across the road, right across 515 from it. They just recently opened a Popeyes right across from Bojangles, of all things. You got a Dairy Queen that opened up. They're doing really well. So there's several fast food. Zaxby's right in that same shopping center area. So this was kind of away from all that shopping center area, so people just didn't really think about it. You'd have to actually think about it. Even to give you a little bit more history about not this particular restaurant, but there was another Hardee's that was here in Jasper, and it was open for a number of years, and it was a really good place. They served breakfast and for a number of years, and because of a false rumor, just a rumor, I don't think there was any truth to it whatsoever, but it got out and people didn't know. And because of that, I think it run them out of business, possibly, or a good portion of it. I'm not saying that was all of it, but I would say that was probably a good portion of it. I'm not going to go into the specifics of it because anybody who's from around this area for any length of time knows what I'm talking about, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But after they went out of business, Arby's came in and bought the location, but I'm not really sure if it was because the restaurant, the old Hardee's restaurant, was in such poor condition, or if they knew that they would just have to do so much changes to the aesthetics of the place that it was cheaper just to tear it down and build their own restaurant there. That's what they ended up doing, was tearing it down and building Arby's there. And it was really good. It was there for several years too, but ultimately it went out of business as well. Now it's a privately owned local restaurant that serves breakfast and lunch. I think they even serve dinners. I'm not really sure. Haven't been there too many times myself, but I have heard it is a really good place and everything. It actually got burnt down or gutted out several years ago, but they have since revamped the place, cleaned it all up, redone the whole inside and everything, fixed it all up, and they're back open and doing business and doing really well from what I understand. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. We are here to actually do a exploration of this place right here. So come along and join me if you will. Now there's the front of the store. Now, as you can tell, it is a very new store. And by the way, I'm actually hand holding this. I normally use a gimbal to kind of try to steady the camera more, but I found that on the last exploration that I did at a little convenience store down in Ball Ground, I couldn't get it right up against the window if I wanted to take any video clips of the inside of the store. So I decided it would be just about as well to just a hand hold it this time, so I can get the camera right up against there without the gimbal getting in the way. So anyway, there's the front of the store. Walk around here to the side of it. All right. See how much of the stuff they've left in here. Oh, they've left all the tables in here. The booths, everything is still in here. Trash receptacles over there by the door going out. Tables, chairs. Looks like someone could just walk right in and open this place right up. You can see where the drink machine was over there in the far wall. Front door going out. And this place was nice. I mean, there was nothing wrong with the aesthetics of it. I thought it was a very nice place. It was just, I think it was the service, maybe partially the food. I don't know. I never did have any major problems with the food myself, but except whenever they got the order wrong, which they did quite often in later years after COVID hit. And I don't think that's anything unusual. Take a look in this window over here. Getting a little bit of a glare, sorry about that. As you can tell, the booths and tables don't have much wear and tear on them because the place wasn't open that long, unfortunately. I hate that they're closed, but I think it was probably a partial combination of several different things. Yep, this restaurant is definitely closed. It's permanently closed. We appreciate your years of many years of patronage. Thank you. But there's the drive-through. Probably they had specials posted right there. Ain't nothing back here except probably a storage room that was attached to the back for the kitchen. Here we go. Got too much of a close-up there. And here is the drive-through and the board, the signless board. But all of it is still here. And it looks like they've been keeping up the shrubs and stuff around here pretty good. Looks like they could use a little bit of a trimming, but not horrible. Hopefully one of these days some business, preferably a local business, come here and buy this up and fix it up and make it their own. I think it would be a good place for them. Got an employee's entrance right there. And then you've got one of the main doors here going in. Again, there's a better shot of the front counter. I've been in there a few times and seen that, and it's nice. I think it was a very decent store. And again, I think it would make a good restaurant for someone to come in here and open up like a local mom and pop type restaurant possibly. I have one in mind that me and Teresa has ate at several times. It's just down the road. I think it would be a great place for them. But anyway, there's your Hardee's. And something I was thinking about on the way over here, around here it's always called Hardee's, but out in the Midwest and up north it's called Carl's Jr. And a lot of people may know it more by that name, Carl's Jr. It's owned by the same company, but around here it is Hardee's. But in other places it's known as Carl's Jr. Now, I have never seen myself personally any Carl's Jr. around this part of the country at all, but I have seen a lot of Hardee's, and there's one up at Elijah's, been up there for years and years. Back when I was working up there in the Elijah area, I was living in Blue Ridge and driving and commuting down to Elijah, working down there, and there was Hardee's down there. And it was really good. We ate there quite often because it was just up the road from where I worked at. So that's been there for years, but unfortunately there's a lot of other Hardee's around the area and other towns that seems to have closed up. They just don't seem to do too well. So anyway, we're going to get back in the car and get out of this heat. I know I said car, but I mean truck. I finally got in here and got AC going. I started to try to do this outro, just hand holding it, but I realized that wasn't going to work because it's just too much work on my arms. So I ended up stopping and putting the phone back on the gimbal so I could hold it up better. But anyway, there's a look at your local Jasper Hardee's that has gone out of business, is permanently closed, and the building is abandoned right now. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more similar content. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. We haven't been keeping those pages up, honestly, here lately, but we're going to try to start getting those back up to date for future videos. So stick around and keep checking those from time to time. We hope to have those back up and going and updated before too long. So with that being said, we're going to get on out of here and get on home. My wife has already called me once, interrupted my video, and was telling me that she has a job for me to do on her car. I'm going to have to fix something on the back end of it. But anyway, with that being said, I'm going to get on out of here and get on home. So y'all have a great evening. We'll talk with you later, and God bless.